Good morning. Join us on a lovely day here in West Sussex in Stenning. We're at a place called Alderwood Ponds that I've never fished before, introduced to me by a couple of friends. We're going to try and catch some perch using the Gardner Target Specimen end products range. It's my first time on the venue and it's everything I want it to be, really. I love margin fishing for perch, and here we've got lovely margins filled with features, snags, bits and pieces like trees and reeds. So at the moment I'm just fishing 3 rods, 1 on a float, 2 on leads in the margins, and we're going to try and catch some perch on the... Well, hopefully that's a good sign and we'll get some more action. So now I'm going to take you through the baits that we're using here today at Alderwood Ponds. They're all baits that I've caught perch on in the past, and some big perch at that. The first bait is my main hook bait of the day, which is the prawn. It's a bit more modern bait. 20 years ago you wouldn't see this used as a perch bait, I wouldn't have thought. But commercial fisheries like this one that we're here at today, the perch really do like a prawn. So as I say, this is going to be my hook bait, and quite simply just hooked through the back there. You can actually, for longer casting, we're only fishing in the margins here today, so there's no need today, but for longer casting you can actually hair rig the prawn as well as just nicking it through the back. Just nicking it through the back is the easiest way, I find, and it produces a really good hook hold, and it's pretty much the same hook hold time and time again, which is in the centre of the bottom lip just inside the mouth. It's brilliant for playing the fish with, knowing that you're pretty much going to land the perch. You know, sometimes with other baits you're not sure whether you're going to land the fish. Sometimes a worm can fold back over itself and creates an unsafe hook hold and you can lose the fish. But with a prawn, for some reason, it just seems to hook them time and time again and you don't lose many. Also on barbless hooks like on this fishery today, again you need a bit of confidence that you're going to land the fish. So like I say, that's my main hook bait of the day, and I'll be feeding alongside small prawns like this. I'll be chopping them up and feeding them over the top of my hook bait. Alongside those, we're going to be using lobworms, chopped up, fed into the swim. I don't think there's a fish that swims that can resist a lobworm. I've caught plenty of big perch on them in the past. I like to feed them into the swim, as I say, as it attracts roach as well as the perch into the swim, and the roach can feed on the worms, as well as our final bait, which is the humble maggot. I'll be feeding that over the top quite regularly to try and get the traction into the swim of roach, which is the perch's main diet. I would generally be using a live bait, but I'm afraid to say today I can't be using that because it's a live, it is actually banned on here. So I'll be using, as I say, in the main, the prawn. That's going to be my favourite hook bait of the day. So let's see if we can catch some perch on a prawn. Okay, so now I'm going to take you through the tackle that we're using here today at Alderwood Ponds. We're going to start off with the rod, which is 12 foot, 1 pound test curve Avon rod, which I find perfect for perch fishing. It's got a nice soft tip which stops hook pulls. Coming down to a 4,000 size reel loaded with 6 pound hydroflow mainline, which I find absolutely perfect for perch fishing. We'll come down to just a very simple rig. Doesn't need to be any more complicated than this. What we've got here is a small clip, which just allows me to change the lead to a feeder or a heavier lead or a lighter lead depending on conditions. Also for transportation, I can leave the rod set up and I haven't got a heavy lead banging against the rod blank. I'll just put the lead back on there, just like that, and pull up the sleeve. We're coming down then to a very simple Gardner Target buffer bead. That just stops the lead from bashing against the swivel, which is underneath, which stops any tangles. Coming down there to a Gardner Target fluorocarbon hook length, which I like to fish heavy. This is actually 8 pound, but the Target fluorocarbon is very soft. It's very fine in diameter as well, so it gives the bait a natural presentation, and being a fluorocarbon the fish can't see it, so I have no worries about using a heavy hook length. Just gives me that added security should I hook a decent fish, that I'm not going to lose it in snags due to hook length breaking, or I'm not going to lose it due to the fish's abrasive nature of their teeth. We're coming down then to a size 8 incisor hook. It's extremely sharp, and I find it perfect for perch fishing, and in particular for prawn fishing. It's a brilliant hook. I'm just going to show you how to hook a prawn. It's so simple. It should be more difficult, but it's not. I'll just show you. It takes a moment. Literally, for fishing in the edge, all you need to do is just hook it through the top of the prawn, just like that. Make sure there's a good section of the point exposed to leave it open for hooking, but that is it. It should be more difficult, but it's not, I promise you. If you're fishing at any kind of range, I really do recommend that you add a hair to the back of the hook, and just put a baiting needle through the centre of the prawn just to secure it for longer casts. But we're only fishing in the margins here today, and I find that absolutely fine. It's so simple. Get out there and give it a go.